Leah Willis from Australian Ethical, welcome to the Growth Symposium.
Thanks, Drew.
Could you walk us through how you've seen the ethical investment or responsible investment universe evolve over your career?
The universe of responsible investment options has obviously grown dramatically over the last sort of 6 years that I've been involved with Australian Ethical. We have more options than ever. We have more asset classes now being covered from a responsible investing perspective. So I think the choice that advisors have now to be able to invest responsibly, to be able to embrace it, to offer options to clients has increased significantly.
Where are you seeing the most change in the sector or the industry?
I would say that the sector has moved from really blunt exclusions and high-level ESG rankings and screening to something that is more positive focused, something that has a more sustainable bent, that is more forward-looking, that really wants to drive capital towards those sorts of investments that will actually make a change in the future and I guess create the change that advisors, investors actually want to see.
And if there's one misconception about Australian Ethical, what would that be?
Definitely that ethical investing is just about exclusions and divestment. In fact, we actually go a lot further. Divestment is a really important tool, or not investing, removes the social license from those sorts of companies that we don't want to support, that don't have a more sustainable future as far as we consider it. However, we do go much further than that. We advocate and engage right across the companies we both invest with, but also the ones we don't invest with. We're also involved in market resolutions with people like market forces, and then we also advocate with regulators around increased scrutiny on what companies are actually doing.
And where are you seeing the most interest or questions from the financial advisory community on your strategies or approach?
They tend to be quite bespoke. So I would say that advisors now are responding to client demand, and we know that client demand is increasing more than ever. We know from the investment trends report that it's almost sort of 75% of investors that are either investing this way or want to invest and investigate this over the next 12 months, and they are going to advisors. So that's generating questions around all different things: climate change, social equity, human rights, things that investors want to exclude from portfolios, but also on the positive side, things that investors are looking to drive capital towards and invest in, such as renewable energy and alternative solutions for fossil fuels.
And what are some of the things advisors need to be wary of when allocating to responsible investments?
No doubt ASIC, APRA, the SEC, the ASX have all called out greenwashing, and it is probably the one thing that comes up in the investment trends report every year that not just advisors but investors are most concerned about. Like, are they really getting what's on the label? Are they investing the way that they think they are investing that aligns with their values? Are they getting the outcomes that they want out of their investments? So the fact that ASIC is now regulating around greenwashing, you've seen some of the advertisements that you've seen in the marketplace, some of the labels actually retracted over the last little while, and I think you will continue to see more of that. And I think that's a positive for advisors and investors because it will help them navigate those options with more certainty.
And you've been involved in the advisor series as well as the investment trends reports. Why is Australian Ethical taking a leadership position on responsible and ethical investing?
We know that the advisor interest in ESG or ethical investing has increased significantly, probably based off that consumer demand, but more than 1 in 2 advisors are now looking at ESG or ethical investing. So we think that with over 35 years of investing in this way, we absolutely have a leadership position that we should leverage and that we should use to help support advisors on their journey as they embrace RI. The IN collaboration that we've done around both the advisor series and the masterclass have had a great take up. The advisor series, I think, really puts front and centre what advisors that lived experience, I guess, of what advisors are doing in this space and how they're embracing it, some of the challenges they've had to overcome. And I think that helps other advisors to hear firsthand, advisors that have gone through the journey.
Leah Willis, thank you.
Thanks so much, Drew.